Mm-hmm.
I feel like I want to be more stable financially, but I have a hard time doing it because I always kind of track back. Like, for example, if I'll tell myself, like, for 1 week, let's say I buy groceries and I'll be like, all right, I'm not going to spend no money on food or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
So then it gets to a point throughout the week, even though I have food in the house, that I decide to go out and buy food.
Okay.
So I feel like that I have a hard time with like sticking to like my plans or my goals that I set for myself financially. So when I do that, it kind of like puts me in a hole in other areas. Like if I have a bill to pay and let's say I ended up spending my money on something that I shouldn't have spent it on, then this bill comes up, or even if something just comes up like randomly, like let's say, God forbid, a car issue, and it's like, okay, I don't have no more money to be able to tend to my car, type of thing. Um, just issues like that. I feel like I live paycheck to paycheck, and I'm kind of tired of it, but it's very hard not to because I also like I want to be financially stable, but then I also want to do things for myself. So I have to. It's kind of hard to be financially stable and do things for myself, type of thing.
Okay. So what I hear you saying is that you have identified that you have a problem with your finances,
Mm-hmm.
and then you also have identified that when you do start some sort of, I guess, decision to try to work on those finances by trying to put something in place, like, okay, I'm gonna only get groceries one time a week, or I'm only gonna spend $20 this week.
Mm-hmm.
You'll do it for only a short period of time.
Either that or I'll say that to myself and then I'll track back and
Right.
spend over $20 or something.
So it's like you have a goal set, but then you still revert back to whatever you were doing.
Then I also be in this mindset, like, kind of like, oh, well, I get paid in the next couple of days, or I'm going to get it back, so just why not spend it? But I'm tired of kind of having that mindset. I want to be more of a planner. I want to put money towards my savings and not touch it, which there has been times like I try to put money towards my savings, but then I always end up touching it. Even for example, like I'm supposed to be going to Miami, so I've been saving money since I paid for my plane ticket, but I've been dipping in and out of that money. So now I'm at a place where it's like I have the money to go, but it's like I have to, when I go there, I'm going to have to spend my money wisely so that I don't not have no money while I'm out there, type of thing. So,
yeah. Okay, so you said a lot, so let's backtrack. So, so you said that you make a plan and then you revert back to whatever it was at the beginning, and then you would like to do all these fun things, but then you have a constant reminder of your bills. And then when you do something fun, possibly something pops up like another bill, and then you have to decide what's priority.
Or how I'm going to pay for
it. Or how you're going to pay for it.
Or where I'm going to get the money to pay for it.
And it seems like you were trying to plan for your Miami trip. And so you said that you've been dabbling into that. So what's the reason why you've been dabbling into that money?
Just like if I get paid. So like I'm really good at like when I get paid, I do pay all my bills first, like my regular monthly bills. So a lot of times when I do pay my regular monthly bills, and then I was also putting money to the side for Miami, it's just like, okay, like once I pay my bills and I put the money to the side, I really don't have nothing left for my paycheck besides just money for my groceries and gas. But then it's like I also kind of want to have fun or like go out, so I might, dip into my Miami money and take out $30 to do such and such activity, type of thing like that. So, yeah, I guess I feel like my money is really tight, but I think I'm the reason why it's tight because I don't know, I guess I don't keep a strong mindset or I don't stick to my plan, basically.
Okay. And what's the plan that you're trying to stick with? Because you said that you're going to Miami soon, and that's a concern because you keep pulling out money, but you want to make sure that you have enough when you're out there for spending. And then in general, it's also a problem because bills are popping up. So what's the plan that you're trying to stick with now?
So like my plan as in moving forward. So pretty much after Miami because I already put the money aside for that. So my plan for moving forward is that like I said, every paycheck I do pay all my monthly bills, so that's nothing that I'm really worried about. But I also want to do things like take a portion of my paycheck and put it in my savings and not touch it for any emergencies that come up in the future.
Have you been doing that?
I haven't started. Well, I have an app that randomly takes money out my bank account, but I would like to say more than what they take out because it'll take out 60 cents per day. It goes out based on how I'm spending. So I do have that, which sometimes I'll let it build up, but then I'll end up touching it, using it for something.
Okay.
So I want to do something different where besides that app, I still want to keep the app going, but I also from my paycheck want to put $20 aside per paycheck. I feel like if I start small, then I probably can manage that.
What's a small amount of money that you think that you can put aside from your check when you come back from Miami? Just a small amount.
$20 to $30 every paycheck. I'm starting off.
Okay. What bank do you use?
SunTrust.
Do they have a system where when you, on a certain day, you can schedule for money to be taken out?
Yeah, I have.
Have you looked into that?
I have, and I had it set up. I have a savings account with them. The only problem with that is because it's still accessible to me. Because it's on my app. I don't have a card for the account, but on my app, if I need some money from my savings account, I can just go in and transfer it to my checking account to use it, type of thing. So I do have, I had it set up with them where they take out, I think I started small with them, $5 on a certain date. And it still does it. I don't know what date it does it on anymore. But outside of that, I don't think I want to keep using SunTrust for my saving thing because it doesn't work for me because I still have access to the money. I want to save to where I don't have access to my money as easily, somewhere where I can't see it. The Digit app kind of helps because that's not an app that I log into every day. I don't check it every day. I don't need to look at it when I think about it. So it helps sometimes, but I want to do something outside of SunTrust. Maybe I might have to take cash out and put it in an envelope. Then I'd be worried about that because anything could happen. If I have it stored in a house or whatever. I don't know. I just be thinking about weird stuff. So I just be thinking if something was to happen, the apartment burned down, God forbid, then my money is gone. So I like also having that security. So that's why it also kind of scares me to do the whole take cash out, put it in an envelope type of thing because if something happens to that money, then all that money that I saved is gone. I don't have no type of trail of it. I can't get it back. So, yeah.
Okay, so what it seems like is you would like to be more comfortable with your money. And you would also like to be more comfortable with spending that money how you want to.
Yeah, I want to, so basically my end goal, how I want to eventually be is I don't want to have to live paycheck to paycheck. And what I mean by that is I don't want to get paid and then a week before my next paycheck, I'm sitting here kind of struggling. I only got $20 left in my pocket. I at least want to have maybe at least $200 left the carry over to the next pay period. Like I want to have a significant amount of money to carry over, and not go into the next pay period with $5 or less or something like that. So, yeah, basically, I just want to feel like I can live comfortably financially. I want to feel like if something do pop up, I do have the money set aside that I can dip into to handle that. I don't want to have to, because sometimes I will ask my mom for money, even though I'll give it back to her, but I don't want to keep.
You want to be independent.
Yeah, so even at one point, like it was one point I used to ask her for money a lot, but then I got good at it for a little while. I told myself like, okay, I'm not gonna ask her for money. I'm just gonna figure it out or do better with
on your own.
So yeah, and it was working until like the Miami trip, and then that's another thing. Like, so I don't want to, like, if I'm taking a trip, I don't want it to be this way where it's like, oh, I basically have to put all my money to the side for this trip. Like, I also want to be able to
plan accordingly.
Yeah, like maybe plan further enough in advance, or like just have enough money where like I can set money aside for a trip, and I can still like do little stuff at home. It don't have to be nothing major, but because I do feel like I need to have like some type of life for myself at home. But I do feel like maybe it might take me a couple of months to sacrifice, where I'm just like, okay, like most days I might just have to be in the house, or like I don't have to be in the house, but maybe like do things that's not so expensive, like find a way just to save my money. Like if it's something like take a walk, or even if I do want to go to the bar, you know, just go to happy hour, spend $20. It's not that bad, and like that's a decent, you know, you can get a decent amount for $20. So I want to be more cognizant of like how I'm spending money and stuff like that. I just want to do better, and I kind of want to like act broke, but I don't want to speak broke into my
existence.
Yeah, but it's just like I want to learn how to be cheap, because right now I don't feel like I have a cheap mentality, and I think I might need one for a little while to like get myself to have more control over my funds and be strong, like stay strong in what I'm gonna say, or if I say I'm only gonna spend a certain amount of money, don't go over that. So I was also thinking like another thing that I probably can do is like if I go grocery shopping, for example, and I say, well, my budget for grocery shopping is $80, take out the $80 in cash. So, because if I use my card and let's say I go over the $80 and I'm at the cash register, I'm just like, all right, here, $120, go ahead and swipe. Like, I'm not about to put these groceries back, but if I have cash, then I can't do that. I have to do something to only pay $80 because that's all I have. Even, it can be the same for like if I'm going out too. Like if I say if I'm going to happy hour, all right, I'm only going to spend $30, take out $30 in cash. Once I hit that mark, I'm done. Like no more drinks, no more food. So, but I will tell myself to do that or something like that, but it doesn't help me because I don't take out cash. So on my card, it's just like I will tell myself, okay, $30 is my limit, and then I end up spending like $40 or $50. So.
Okay, well, it sounds like you have a lot of ideas. You just need to actually stick with them and have more discipline when it comes to them. So one thing that you did bring up was taking money out when you go somewhere, so that way you only have that amount of money. I think that's a great idea. So that way, like you said, when you have your card, you can just swipe it and just forget about it. But when you have that cash, it's kind of hard to be like, you know, to ask the next person, can you lend me $10? Like, whatever you have is what you have. So I think that that's a great idea. Can you think of maybe 2 more ideas that would assist you with, I guess, budgeting your money that you would actually stick with?
Cash one is one. Trying to think.
Have you ever thought about writing things down?
I have before, and I have done that before. Maybe I should write things down every paycheck. Like do it every paycheck, and then even like my little extracurricular money, let's say it's like one paycheck, I'm like, all right, I got $100 for extracurricular activities.
Mm-hmm.
I can split that up, and you know, once I'm done with that $100, that's just it.
That's it.
So I think that might be a good plan to write everything down, every pay period. So.
And also maybe actually writing what you spend might be a great idea as well. So that way you can see where your money goes.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of us will go somewhere, get the receipt, and normally people keep the receipts. They can use that as a tool to track.
Mm-hmm.
But normally people just toss it out.
Yeah,
so once it's gone, I mean, you kind of don't think about that amount that you just spent.
Mm-hmm.
But if you write it down and you check back each week, then you can see what you're actually spending on. And then if you spend a lot on something that you think that you can cut back on the next week, and that can give you a reminder to say, okay, well, I spent $200 on food. Like next week, I don't, you know, maybe I can just eat what I have or spend less because I just spent all this money on that.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be a good idea to start writing things down. That way you can actually see it.